Hi folks, I'm Sam and today I'm going to be showing you how I paint Black Legion Chaos Space Marines to a high tabletop standard. I'll be focusing on creating a dark armor tone that still stands out in the battlefield and introducing colour in other ways to keep the mini visually interesting. And with that said, let's get to the painting. I'm starting from a black prime and I'm going to be spraying AK Black, thinned about 1:1 with Vallejo thinner at about 25 psi. This is to ensure if I want to correct any mistakes later, I can colour match my blacks, but this is an optional step. Now for the first highlight. I used AK Dark Sea Blue at the same thinning and PSI as previously mentioned. I went maybe a little broad here, but I'll be doing a second highlight, so I don't want to go too small with this step. If you don't have an airbrush, go over a black prime with Raven Black by the Colour Forge, and then skip to the trim. Next, I gingerly apply AK Anthracite Grey, once again thinned and sprayed with the same settings. I'm trying to make sure my highlights don't go too broad. I have a rough direction in mind here, just focusing on prominent areas like the head, the shoulder pad, and the top of the chest. I went maybe a touch wide on the back of his leg here, but with the angle he's at, I don't mind it. Now for the trim, the step where most Chaos armies go to die. For this, I'm going to use Necro Gold by Scale 75. This is an almost one-coat trim paint, and I really love it. It just needs a couple of touch-ups on larger sections like shoulder trim. If I were working with a brighter coloured marine, I'd be blacking this out first. But we're starting quite dark here, so there's no need and this step flies by. Just take your time, don't rush it, and remember you can easily correct any mistakes at this stage with a bit of black. For the steel elements, I used another Scale 75 paint, Black Metal. This is quite a nice, slightly blue metallic that once again covers in about 1.5 coats. I'm covering the whole pistol, elements of the chainsword, as well as any pipes and the vents on the backpack. I like the idea that besides trim, Chaos weapons are basically cast metal, all the same as their armour, so this is one time where I don't love coloured bolters. I tried a new recipe for the horns, starting with an all-over base coat of AK Grim Brown. Make sure you do this for any small horns on the weapons and trim as well. Then I made a 1:1 mix of Grim Brown and Warhammer colour Rakarth Flesh, and painted this up about half the length of the horns. Then I finished with some pure Rakarth Flesh just along the first quarter or third of the horns. The whole mini will be getting a wash later, so I'm not too worried about creating definition in this step. Now for the Tabard. This is our first opportunity to bring some interesting colours into more than just the armour. I'm starting with AK Dirty Red, and I applied a few thin coats here. I highlighted with AK Carmine, making sure the raised areas close to the belt got the most highlights, and doing a couple of coats for saturation. Then I went back in time and painted the undersuit areas with AK Black whilst I was waiting for the reds to dry. For the belt, I wanted to try something a little unique, so I started with Vallejo's Succubus skin and base coated the belt and the pouches. I really wanted to evoke human skin, and I think this comes across well in the final result. I highlighted this with AK Brown Rose using edge highlights and lots of scratches to create interest. We want a non-uniform look here. Then I made a wash with some Dirty Red and covered the whole thing. This will act as a filter, though I ensured the recesses got an extra coat to create definition. Then I re-highlighted this again with Brown Rose. I think this is much more interesting than just brown or black leather, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. I then thought while I was at it that I'd mix a little of the brown rose into some Carmine and highlight the Tabard. This is optional, though I like the extra brightness this brings. You could absolutely leave this here, just paint in the eyes and he's done. I'm going to go a few steps further. I'm using a dark brown enamel wash over the whole mini. I used one from AK called Wargame Dark Wash, but I think these are out of production now. So just use any warm dark brown enamel. I thinned mine about 1:1 with odorless thinner, and I took care when applying this. I didn't want to just cover the whole thing and then have to remove most of it. I wanted a grimy filter that the colours I've worked hard to create would show through. Again, another optional step here, but I wanted a matte finish, so I sprayed AK Ultra Matte at 25 psi, thinned about 1:1 with AK airbrush thinner. Be warned, this will knock the colours back a bit, but I planned for this. Even through the brown filter, everything's got good saturation, so I'm not worried about anything looking washed out. The main concern here is the metallics, but I like a matted down metal, and I think he looks like a proper veteran of the long war. For the steel highlights, I'm using black metal once again, and just roughly hitting all of the edges. This is essentially weathering and highlighting all in one step. Now I'm going to edge highlight the trim, once again using Necro Gold. This takes a while and requires a steady hand, which mine isn't especially. A messy finish on this though just creates a more scratched look. We'll be doing one further highlight on certain areas, so don't worry too much. On incredibly thin areas of trim, I'm highlighting just the whole piece. If you get any gold where you don't want it, just repaint it as you did before the matte varnish, it's going to look fine. Then I'm going to do one final trim highlight using Scale 75 Peridot Alchemy. This is a nice green gold, and I'm using this only on areas that match where my main airbrush highlights were before. I'm going to use some Rakarth flesh and go back to the horns to do some edge highlights, just to define the recesses more clearly. For the eyes, I'm going about this a little different than I normally would. I'm going to start by blacking out the lenses and any areas like the gems and the shoulder and the gun. Then for the eyes, I'm going to do my very best to dot the center with white and create just a small area of highlight. If you go too big though, you can correct any stage of this using just black. Then I'm going over the white section using AK Blood Red. As you can see, I went a little over here, so I just went back in with black. Finally, I apply just a little dot of AK Deep Orange, trying as best I can to get the center of the red. If you're going to own an orange paint, pick AK Deep Orange, it's fantastic. The very final step for the eyes, and I'm sorry it's not quite in focus, but I'm going to paint a line under the eye, just on the top of the gold trim, using very thin blood red. This is going to create a glowing look, and I also applied a little bit on the above trim as well, but I'm not sure how well this shows up. I then repeated this exact step across the gems on his gun, as well as on one of his shoulders. Naturally, this is a larger area, so the marks are going to need to be larger. Because of the size difference, I went one step further and added a dot of AK Dirty Yellow at the end. Next, I did some chipping using black across the armour. I don't know how much I like it, but I don't regret it. I can't imagine a Chaos Marine keeping their armour in pristine condition without some kind of warp psychosis going on. Then for the very final step, some chipping and edge highlights using Anthracite Grey. Because of the filter, the matte varnish, and the extra opacity we get using a regular brush to an airbrush, we can use our original highlight colour across the armour for this step, and it's still going to stand out. Just going over the handful of hard edges that aren't covered by trim, as well as highlighting all of the damage we just applied. and with that, all we need to do is base him, and he's done. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something or at least enjoyed the slightly different process that goes into a Chaos Marine. Due to popular demand and my current reading habits, I think I'll be painting a Dark Angel next week. So if you enjoyed this tutorial or are looking forward to my future uploads, please like and subscribe, leave a comment if you have any thoughts or requests, and hopefully I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.